a serious one for me. So I'm going to dedicate this one to my good brother and one of my best friends, Mike. Kind of a somber note for me, folks. Just want to say that I appreciate everybody that joins into these streams and uh, believes in the work that was started 20 plus years ago and has been able to prosper and profit. But that's what it's all about. Big shout out. Let's get right into crypto. I want to keep it serious because we're at some serious spots that has hit the major targets. Looking at the check back here, the retest type 2 on Ethereum. We said the hop level at 1735 was the type 2 for this pattern on the Gartley 4-hour. So that's set up, but check it out. No confirmation at that top, and we're actually almost to the downside, registering oversold. What's that say to me? It's a reaction. So far so good. It's been impressive, really, since the shakeout last week, which scared the heck out of everybody. That movement was only 12 hours in duration in the long run. Trying to make a move out of the larger zone. We are running into a couple of indicators. HSI amplified, hitting overbought on daily readings. So that'll trigger by the close today. Let's see what happens on today's close. Okay, nice little push higher. If this is going to be anything more than that, it has to break above these highs. And then we go back and re-challenge the levels back in August. The larger patterns, the larger objectives is still target 1. So I want to be clear about that. Target 1 off that crab pattern, 29.71 on Ethereum. I think I was saying 24 before. But that's where I feel like we are. That's where this secondary HSI trigger that happened last week that scared everybody that it was going to fail, including myself, was critical in the development since the low. We see it, so far so good. Are we going to do something that retests that zone? That's kind of the plan. I mean, check out for those data feeds that did register. We had a bat pattern. Hold on one second. One moment. I think it was, which feed was it on? Let me come back to it. Yeah, there it was. All right. So from the smaller micro pattern, we're into the return phase, going back to the prior high at 2000 or XA level 2164. That's the 113. Why that registers there is because it hit the 886. But now we have a counter HSI going to fight us. I would look for a pause here. Let that just kind of give it a couple days. 1 second, everybody. 1 second. But I have to say, so far so good, even in the face of this reaction, type 1 reaction. Let's go to Bitcoin. Yeah, there we go. So Bitcoin is basically trying to punch out this 20,000 level. I think this is a good example, this data feed. Much like Ethereum, you have 1, 2 HSI signals. That's what we've been banking on the whole time. 19.4, 19.8, those are the absolute trigger levels. Still looking for this to get above the last prior high at 25,500. Then we could have something larger develop. Take a look at the action in the zone. All right. I was talking to Mitch Ray yesterday, and Mitch and I are going to be doing a double shot stream on Thursday. He'll be on here during the day, and then I'll be on his stream Thursday night. This is all to get ready for Vegas, so wanted to let you know. But he was saying he thought he saw a shark, and I didn't get a shark registered on the software, but I guess you could connect the dots where it's something like that, almost perfect 886. If we go off this secondary low, yeah, you'd get it. It's the main part is getting this 1618 down. So, yeah, I would say that's roughly fits into the definition. And then if you're looking for a counter trend bounce, meaning go to a 618 or a 50. Does the shark turn into a 50? A lot of cases. Your 50% level is 21.9. The max tolerance 61.8 is at 22.7, folks. If we get above 22.7 on Bitcoin, if it can continue, then this move is for real. If we roll over, and I'm talking by Thursday, and we start heading back down, all right, it's going to take more time. I still like Ethereum over Bitcoin, and I feel like what we've seen in some of these other formations, we don't want to ignore. One of the things that I'm finding in the software that I think is an important development are these patterns, small patterns into developing in the larger zones. And where was that? Was it daily? Daily or weekly? Here's Sandbox, and I know we had it's the big bat pattern, double confirmation, all of that's around 85 cents. And then where's the smaller? Sorry about this. Maybe it was on the weekly. Massive pattern on the weekly. I'll have to go back to this. My fault. Maybe it was Decentraland. It was one of the metaverse. There you go. Yes, there you go. So it was Decentraland. Big bat pattern. Confirmation really came in at about 76 cents, and now we have a smaller shark in the larger zone. That helps to kind of shore up your support with your big numbers. Around 76, hop levels at 70 cents, but I could see this maybe doing something like this, like go up in a type 1 reaction, come back down, and then go. But at least you have these back-to-back formations, which certainly help, especially when you're going sideways in a zone. Thanks, everybody. Got a nice crowd here today. Great to see everybody. Snipes, Ron, Dave, LT, Carthago, Miss Stephanie, how are you? Appreciate everybody showing up. Mr. Lodak, James, what's going on, guys? Quite a day. Quite a day. I want to show everybody something interesting too before I get any further to these altcoins. I'm starting to look at a lot of charts just from a larger perspective where Bitcoin halving is now the March 20th, 2024. That halving is 555 days away. So if we're looking at crypto and we want to see potential long-term trends, this might be a good one to look at because the halving is historically favorable, where you do get a nice rally after the halving, but you also get a nice rally within the first 10, 12 months, the 10, 12 months preceding the halving. So this sets us up where we're looking for these major markets to make lows. Even if this stuff takes a longer time and consolidates, does something like this, the weekly patterns I'm not ignoring. No matter how ugly it is or it gets, I really want to affirm these levels that we're looking at where patterns complete for a lot of these scenarios. And we're to the right of the downtrend of the bear market. So now we're looking for signals here. Give me a 1-2 a little small 1-2 in further consolidation before you do any kind of larger run. That would be fair, and probably take the next several months to do so. But that's what it seems like these larger altcoins with big patterns are setting up to do. Look at a couple more. Check out basic attention token. Another one. Just long, beautiful crab, basing right in the crab. I have 1, 2. This one has 3 triple confirmation down here. Basically 33, 34 cents. And this is, for me, I think, if you're doing levels, you're looking for opportunities in crypto, these are the kind of opportunities you size up and wait for. Patterns complete. We're to the right of the downtrend. There's a secondary 1, 2 signals. You know, you're looking to buy this on the discount. 35, 36, 33. Keep an eye on stuff like that. One that I wanted to show, which has been interesting, is Binance Coin. And this continues to be stuck within this bat pattern. Another big one to follow, because ideal bat structure, we did go to the hop level. I would almost call that a target 1 reaction. It's so close. I'll keep an eye on it, but you certainly have a retest with confirmation. So 297.94 right now on Binance Coin could be a pivot back down to target 2 or target 1 at a minimum. Especially with these HSIs. Look, we have to see what happens on the close today, but a lot of these are hitting HSI, where by tomorrow we could be looking at this for some kind of check back where that signal light switch goes on the signal and go into a minimum pause. Wouldn't be surprised. Few more. Oh, let's look at Cardano, just because it's one of the biggies. Another daily. This one's checked back. So this is kind of the thing that's developed since the weekend. In a lot of these altcoins, they got a lot of them did hit the daily HSI. Some have checked back. Others are about to trigger. But certainly we want to keep a close eye on anything at 52 cents. Above it, you'd blow it out. But if we start to roll over here, and you only need to get down under 49.50, under 49 cents, you're back into more consolidation. Not as nice as maybe some of these others that have exploded. Here's an update on a Super T coin that's moving in slow motion, but it's working out. This is Anchor. And we're looking at all of this, 3.5, 3.7 cents. The first trigger, type 1 reaction, was down here at 2.5. Keep an eye on that. A lot of these are in a really nice position. I mean, absolutely, to do something, a multiple off these lows. Yeah, let's do that really quick. Let's get the business out of the way. Appreciate it. Everybody wants to go to harmonictrader.com. You know you do. Become a basic member. Go right to the website, harmonictrader.com. Register now. Hit the basic member page and get with Harmonic Pattern Collection Lite for TradingView. I think everybody needs to. We work off the patterns. Those are what define the opportunities. So send your TradingView username to hpc@sr-analyst.com. And we're here Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And as you know, we give away books on Thursday. So Thursday, I just wanted to say that with Mitch coming here, probably won't be giving away too many books. I'll give away 1 or 2 early. But I like keeping that going. People have been appreciative, and they're putting it to good use. So for me, that's a win-win. Let's get back to a couple more of these. let's take a deep dive on Ethereum longer term, because Ethereum has been extremely volatile, without a doubt. Went up 100%, got clipped, nearly 40% from 2000 to 1400. Okay, that's quite a move in a short period of time. Where is this really going? And where are we relative to the whole long-term weekly objective? I've been saying most segments are going to be reactive segments, down, quick back up, until we can retest, just by definition, have a retest of the pattern zone with some kind of confirmation. That would be where we look for the sales opportunity. I know a lot of people are talking about the merge, and I'm not an expert on any of that crypto particulars. I would say check it out, but it's really, I'm interested in what the price response is going to be. I could see a rally up into that, retest this bat pattern, and that would be a sell event. If it gets really crazy, maybe you come up to this target 1 level. Again, you've got back-to-back patterns working here that, at least for now, you're in the return phase. And there's the deep crab. This is Bybit data feed, but you're still in a type 1 reaction off the daily. And I do think something like that is very possible. Type 1, complete the reaction. On this chart, it's 24 to 86. And I think basically 2,500 is the top max objective. For now, let's keep 2,000 in our back pocket for what we're looking for, the retest, immediate retest. And this is still all about Ethereum. Absolutely. Some of the Ethereum related layer 2 that people talk a lot about have done all right. Here's that KNC, a little overextended at the moment, but substantially off the lows, which at a minimum puts it in a different category than a lot of other T coins. I mean, you're not getting any massive spike until you spend a lot more time down here, but that's progress. 1 or 2 that we've mentioned. Where is that? Where's that Ren? Yeah, this one. Okay, massive deep crab down here. Your latest confirmation was around 13 cents. You went as low as, I think, 11. And you have a small deep crab. And just another reaction in this larger zone, looking for Ren to do the return. Within the larger zone, we'll take larger possibilities as they come together, but at least you're sitting on this massive 1618 XA that's on your Binance feed. What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing in the chat? Just give everyone a shout out, wake you guys up. Who's coming to Vegas? Anybody coming to Vegas? You guys are going to see me on October 1st. Looks like we're going to start around 2 or 3 o'clock. I got to talk to the man. Well, Mitch and I will talk about this on Thursday. He's got the details. And if you have any questions, at least for our group, get on the Discord and contact Miss Stephanie if you need more details. She'll have them soon. Miss Stephanie, I'll have to get back to you maybe tomorrow or Wednesday. Las Vegas is, we're doing a big meetup. It's Mitch Ray, TA, is the main host, and then he and I are going to do his first joint live stream. And that's October 1st at Bally's. And we'll probably try to get, I don't know. I don't want to say anything and get in trouble. I don't know what he's got planned, but we'll talk about this on Thursday. And we'll live stream so everyone can be at home. It's on a Saturday, kind of kick back, party with us. I think they've got 50 people so far. So it'll be interesting to see where these markets are, where crypto is. I want to show one other thing here with crypto and then jump into the markets. Look at the BTC Futures. Here's the interesting thing with BTC Futures, folks. You know this is a chart I've been showing once a week or so. We know the hop level, massive, massive support, massive harmonic support, as featured with this 1618, this measured level. Okay, right there. Oh, sorry. Off of that low down to here. I mean, we could measure it from there. The software is picking it up off of there. It doesn't matter. You know, it's really probably a 1618 from there. But the hop level is what is our, no matter what, our measured, standardized overshoot allowance tolerance. And that's at 19.4. Notice how every time in the last 3-4 months we have hit this level. We have responded, basically only been closed under this level a few times, a handful of bars in the last 4 months. I would absolutely be watching from here, because these are definitely the last ditch confirmation. You have a hop level test. It's your first confirmation since completing the pattern. We're always looking for sun icon, pattern completion, bang. All right, where's the arrow, up arrow? It's all the way over here. It's a delayed response, if you will. Now you get a blast off of here. Well, you can start bumping stops. I said that last week. That should be your low. 18,000, 18,200 should be the verifiable low going forward. And this should come out of the zone where you close above these immediate consolidation highs. That's it. If you don't, or you roll over, and I mean, it'll maybe take a 1-2 bar reversal signal, then you know this thing's a dud. I mean, if it's not a dud after this type of reaction and it can't force its way out, okay, then you just, all of your stops are under these levels. You're out of time. If the larger downtrend is going to continue, it's going to probably be coming up here in the next week, 2 weeks tops. I don't expect it to really take more than that amount of time. Bitcoin futures chart is real interesting, and not to mention, I said this before, the GBTC is also something where you're Gartley on the weekly just sitting there. That's Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. Look, if you can't break the support and you keep hitting it, eventually this thing will base out. You have confirmation, all of that is at 1396, essentially right where you are right now. And these are your lows. I mean, that should not roll over, should start breaking out above these immediate squeezed highs. It's there. And if it breaks down, so be it, but it's going to take a lot more time. All of these are still reaction mode. What are the support resistance lines when we're using square of 9? No, these are the pattern metrics. These are all the harmonic pattern metrics as based on the book material that I put out starting 20 years ago. Or more, 25 years ago, because Harmonic Trader was 1998, the end of 1998. So it's, if you're looking at crypto, you're looking at a chart like this, you have to be cautiously constructive is probably the best word. I wouldn't say bullish or bearish, but you are at a point, and I continue to say that with all of these. You're at a real point where it's stabilizing exactly where it needs to. We can watch this for another few more weeks, but not more than, say, by the end of the month. We'll know. This thing is just trying to wash itself out. One quick note. Total crypto market cap, the 2 and the 3s that we've talked about. I think crypto 3 without Bitcoin and Ethereum. That shows you everything else. All right, this is one that if the market's not going to do anything, I think it'll be the first one to fail. You have a lot of individual development. There's confirmation. There's HSI. You have recently broken out, but now you need to see continuation. And this index in particular is one of the ones that you need to see join the parade with Ethereum and Bitcoin, but mostly Ethereum, because Ethereum could do a singular march by itself and create a divergence where it's the only crypto really doing things. Stupid Head is asking, no offense, that's his username, but he's asking, you don't see Gartleys often. Do you see them as rarer? Yes. I think Gartleys have to have that real precise B point alignment. Go back to that. That was one of the original definitions. Here it is. And your B point, meaning from X to A, your B point has to line up exactly with a 618 within plus or minus 3%. That's what makes the primary differentiation with all M&W structures. That's what was the starting point, the jump off point for harmonic patterns to become its own deal. Because then that sets off all of the proper combinations to construct your zone. So 618 at the B point, you need an A to B, C to D structure with a 786. And that does not happen as much as bat patterns. Keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. I think there's a longer term signal that could take several more weeks to do anything, but as long as it doesn't go lower, that's constructive. And in every week, every bar you get to the right of this helps the situation. All right, really quick. I'm not quite myself today, folks, so I want to rip through some indices and then I will come back tomorrow. Daily time frame. This is Nasdaq Futures. Look, most of those small bearish patterns like we saw in crypto came down and hit their target ones and they're bouncing back. So it's not easy to see this. It's going to be really difficult, especially when your initial test here overruns the zone. But you came back down, hit target 2. I mean, depending on what you're looking at, this could be technically a type 2 reversal. And you didn't get down to target 2. All you need to know, look at the software. Just use the levels as your immediate support resistance, and this will really help you understand where is this market headed into the end of the year. It's this tight. All right, up here, you're at a target 1 off of some bullish patterns. That doesn't change. We talked about that last week with this little mini bearish pattern inside. This could be a lot of zigzag, but the thing to watch is that when we pop up here to say about 13,000 maximum and we can't get through and we start rolling over, that would probably set you up for your typical September, October, whatever. If you're looking for a sell opportunity, it's coming on this next HSI. It's probably 2 or 3 days away, though. We saw this on was it Tesla? No, I think it was Microsoft. Microsoft or Apple was another one. Let's go to Apple, actually. Apple's that crab pattern. There you go. Check this out. Crab pattern, remember we talked about 175. Reaction down to target 1 and back up to 1618. At basically 166. So when we get to 166, $3 away, you start looking for potential reversal signs. I don't know why that's not working. Let me go over to the other chart. Apple up 5. Okay, it's coming there. You have on HSI, you have it. So looking for a retest, maybe back to 175. There you go. Apple on the TradingView platform, it was a shark. On eSignal, it was a butterfly, or it was a crab pattern. 175 is the number, folks. Plant that in your brain. And target 1 was it's ideal. So we're back in the return phase now off the bearish pattern for the retest. Could happen pretty quickly. I would wait until we get to the, say, 167, 170 area for the official type 2. What's up, King Midas is asking. I want to ask if it's possible to predict from C, from the P point, the pattern point. Can you execute from C? You never really know where C is until after the fact. What you're referring to is the BAM phenomenon. Like, here's the thing. Let's look at this bat pattern in Apple. Go back earlier in the year, late last year. All right. The software will pick off the proper alignment, the M formation for starters, and it's got to find a B point. So I get you, and I understand that that's if you can identify 1, 2, 3, 4, which the software can, you could try to play it down into that completion point. Problem is, you could be chasing a lot of points before you get complete formation. This is where if you get the B point to break down, that's the BAM effect, bat action magnet move. You're then trying to capture this segment down to the 886 or whatever. I say it comes with experience, but there's definitely very aggressive rules, very demanding conditions, and like 1 bar trailing strategies and things that have to be met, or you'll catch something and it'll come right back in you. Do I ever run sales on the software, meaning like fundamental information like sales? Kyle's asking. That's an interesting. I mean, we do get patterns on inflation statistics. I've showed that before. Maybe I can show you harmonic patterns in other economic measures. Sure, they're predictive. It's interesting once you guys get down the rabbit hole of M and W analysis and can appreciate just the sheer reactive capabilities of these formations. It puts you at an advantage of knowing when, where the critical spots are and when not to step into a hole, especially when you understand reaction reversal. Right now, Apple, super chop. That was just 176 and then 152 in a very short period of time. Now it's on its way back down in some crazy up-down action that says, hey, give me another five points to the upside immediately on the retest. That's the issue where you need some experience to be able to handle when it is super reactive like we're seeing here in Apple. Yeah, you could say it wicked into a 5-0. That's a good point. Grifflet is saying that the shark pattern here, yes, the shark does turn into the 5-0, and you guys can read about that in volume 2 off of the basic members page. That's where you get the book. But that typically, if that is the case, which it is, your 5-0, even though it's not showing on the chart, if we treat that as a 5-0, or at least we assume that's a 5-0 in nature, your retest of the zone's likely. You go back and your first target is the 886 off of that level. So coming back to here makes a lot of sense. And so that's why I'm saying this could be a sharp return phase. We'll do more of that. I think tomorrow's the place to really chomp into some of the more advanced type 2 return, because we're in that now. It's kind of like back to back. We had a bearish return now, or we had a bullish return. Now we have this bearish return, and then the real 2 of 2 stuff is going to come probably in a week or more, depending on your market. The target, Grifflet's asking, what's the target of the 5-0? No, the target of the 5-0 is the 886 of that prior leg. So you're going to get, and that's typical reaction stuff. 5-0 is quite reactive off those zones. And look, 5-0 is tricky. 5-0 is really tricky. It's the one where I would say go through many examples of it. Just understand it's going to be reactive. That could go up to target 1 and then all the way back down. You could go up there and then come right back down. Take your time. Work through the stuff and follow what we're showing. You know, like, I mean, the Ethereum checkback scenario last week, as scary as that was, is about as real as it gets for having a signal that nobody else has at a critical harmonic spot and it working out. It's uncanny how many times that happens. Samir's asking, you want to buy the harmonic pattern software. I'm going to, before you even buy, please go to the basic members page and get the trial first. I really request that of everybody. Take the 14 days free trial. Okay, because I don't want chargebacks. I don't want people having to refund because they're too lazy to try it, but they've got plenty of money that they'll buy it and they're like, all right, I don't like this because I really am not going to use it in the first place. If you're not going to use it, that's fine. Just don't try to buy it and then want to refund a week later because you think, oh, it's not for me. Take advantage of everything I'm providing here. Aren't too many people that are doing stuff like this. There's a reason why. Take advantage of that. Then subscribe. Then purchase. Do whatever you want to do. Yeah, the shark market observer's got a good point. The sharks, they can be hard to see if they turn into 5-0s or not. Shark patterns are pretty easy to see. They're just they're slightly different formation than the M&W formation patterns. But you know, maybe we'll get into more of that tomorrow. Again, go to basic members page. The place to really read about that stuff is go to the books and go to volume 2 here. Open volume 2. You can open all of them, download them, whatever, your phone, your PDF, and it's all in there. The 5-0 and the shark were introduced in the volume 2 there. And also the components, you know, the individual metrics that make those patterns what they are. Critical stuff outside the M&W framework. So check that out. Everybody else, go to the basic members. Get there. And oh, gold members, just to let you guys know, I've been posting some new 3 ideas. So every week I'm posting at least 1 or 2 videos with 3 ideas. That's a part of the subscription. Check it out here under live trading sessions. We've had a number of fantastic picks. Also, market report goes over what I'm thinking about these markets month to month. That's what I have for today, folks. I've got some thinking to do myself. But tomorrow, we'll be back. I'll have a little fire in the belly, as they say. And as always, guys, take care of each other and go get them. And we'll see you tomorrow.